Well, hello everyone from the Buckeye Cruise for Cancer. Dom Tiberi joined by the one and only, the great linebacker, the former Dallas Cowboy, the one and only Bobby Carpenter. And Bobby, we are back on the Buckeye Cruise, and this is really for both of us. I think this is a labor of love because cancer's touched so many people, and we need to get a cure for it.
We do, and this is unbelievable. It's a great event to be a part of, and it's been awesome, especially since Dom, they've started allowing the new guys, the current players to come on the boat. So we've got some of those guys coming on here. The Peyton Pierces, Austin Servo, Luke Montgomery. Who else is on here? Bennett Christensen.
Yeah, I think it's neat. Julian saying.
Yes, Julian. I mean, they're great. The guys are awesome. And then plus we've got some of the younger guys coming back. When you start looking at Hamilton coming back, Tyleek coming back, Cody coming back, some of the guys who have been here now are getting re-engaged and understanding the total breadth of what Buckeye Nation is.
And the neat thing is that for a lot of these guys like Julian, and they're experiencing this for the first time, I think it's neat that they got his offensive lineman here with them because, you talk about relationship, the quarterback and the offensive lineman, that's a special relationship.
Oh, very special bond, Dom. And these guys are doing a great job. And it's awesome. Like when you be here, when you've been at Ohio State as long as these guys have, you put the work in. This is a little bit of the reward, getting a chance to do this and engage with people. The ability to develop those connections is an awesome experience, and especially to have those bonds with your teammate.
All right, Bob, let's talk a little football. Winter conditioning is underway. Talking to the guys, they say it's been intense. It's a different landscape, though. They've got a bunch of guys that came in on the portal, and, we know what Coach Mick is all about, but this is a new landscape because they've got to bring this team together, and this is when the team bonding's made, isn't it?
Absolutely, and it always has been the case, but usually you've got your 2/3 to 3/4 your team set, and you're bringing in 20 to 25 freshmen. Well, now you have that 20 to 25 freshmen plus 20 to 25 portal guys. So it's a little bit different. You've got to try to integrate these guys, assimilate them as quickly as possible, develop that culture. And I equate it to this. It's a little bit like building the plane while you're in the air and trying to fly it. Tougher job now, but Mickey Marotti's been doing this for years. They built an ultra-competitive situation, which allows those guys to really find out what they're made of and to develop those team bonds that you love to see.
The game has changed, and it seems like every year there's new changes, but clearly football teams want to get older. Clearly the transfer portal is going to take a bigger role. I talked to President Carter about this, and he echoed those kind of things, and that we're seeing a change. And you're still going to recruit the great players like the Jeremiah Smiths, those type guys, but just not as many. The 3-star to 4 stars. I don't know, Bob.
Well, it's going to be interesting. I think you're going to have different levels and tiers, and some of the guys, depending on what they're looking at financially, it's more of a professional model a little bit. And guys that want to come in and develop, well, there's going to be opportunity for that, but they're going to be on a little different trajectory. And then if those guys don't develop, well, those spots will then be backfilled ultimately with the portal. And we watched that happen a little bit this offseason. This was the first year that Ohio State kind of adapted that new model, and I think you're going to see more and more of that. But they still want to obviously recruit the high-level guys and then the Ohio guys as well. And listen, we're going to give you 2 years to develop, and hopefully you're going to be the guy that we want you to be, and then you'll be able to come out and play. But the idea of now recruiting all these great players and just stockpiling them, well, that's almost a thing of the past.
If you've not seen the interview I did with President Carter, it is very interesting. He answered everything. And one of the questions, I asked him if he was worried or concerned about the future of this game because, I just don't think it's sustainable. And he said, I'm not here to make headlines. It's not sustainable, and we've got to get some things figured out in the next 2 to 3 years or we could be really in trouble.
I think where they're at right now, everybody kind of sees that and understands that you can't continue down this same path. It's a model that it's not good for the young men. It's really tough for the diversity to keep up. And so, yes, mobility is good. Being able to transfer and have those opportunities is good. The guys being able to get compensated, well, that's a positive. But having those things together without any constraints and on a yearly basis, that's the thing that is really the chagrin of many of the administrators. And really, when you look at college football, it's not what it was designed to be. So hopefully they'll be able to put some guidelines and guardrails around this thing, try to figure it out. But like I said, with the team, you're trying to build the plane while it's in the air. they've gone down this road, and so reeling some things back is going to be tough.
You know, I mean, it's like we have said, the genie's out of the bottle. But with that said, do you think there needs to be a salary cap? With that said, the unrestricted free agency of college football is that's not sustainable.
In terms of salary cap, I don't like that. I mean, because we start talking about NIL, and I don't know if that would ever be enforceable by the courts anyway. Even if Congress passes a law, I mean, there's still things that can be challenged in the court, and laws all the time are deemed unconstitutional. But there does need to be some limits of when you can transfer, how you can transfer, and can you have one-time transfer? Is it after how many years? Could you have two? How does that ultimately look? What is the enforceability of some of these contracts, just to make sure that, you know, at the end of the day, you're someone in the United States of America who's 18 years old, and when you sign your name on a piece of paper, that means something, especially when there's compensation and opportunity tied to that. So they've got to figure out that whole model and how that's going to look. Maybe that's with Congress getting involved. Maybe that's with just the group of colleges and universities that want to be a part of this. And I don't like to use the term, with collective bargaining or union, but having some sort of agreement with the players of, hey, you guys are able to have this group of advantages. The school has this opportunity, and so this is how this is going to work back and forth, and there'll be a mutually beneficial agreement.
He's the great Bobby Carpenter. Morning Juice, when do we see it?
Morning Juice, 6 to 8 every day, and then replayed again from 10 to noon on 10 TV Plus.
10 TV Plus. The bottom line, folks, keep it on 10 TV, 10 TV Plus, and 97.1 The Fan. Nobody covers the Buckeyes like we do.